guys, gals, llamas, and everyone else, whomever, whatever, you know what you are. I've got something brand new here, and this is from a company I've not heard of before, but they reached out and asked if I would want to see something. And when I saw what it was, well, actually, they told me what it was. I didn't see it until I got this box. Look at this cool little box. It's like flashlight review, like a little marked box of like review. And I said, sure, I'd like to take a look at it. Why not? And they said, if you do a review, we can give you a discount for your viewers and stuff. And I was like, cool deal. That satisfies me. That's all I want. It's all I could ask for. So they sent me this Wuben. Reminds me of Whoopi, so of course I like it. And this is an interesting little guy right here. It is a little guy. It weighs less than 2 ounces. It's like 1.6 something ounces. This is the E62, and yes, it has been opened. Notice the Tato fuzz on it. And this is what we got inside. So we've got a USB. It's micro, not USB-C, but this is the Wuben E62, and I have already opened it up so I could look at it a little bit and mess with it. This is, it's interesting because the one thing it lacks is a pen. And I would think on this they would put a pen. But you've got a glass breaker, which I have figured out. I'm gonna throw it out there, and I haven't thought of this for any other glass breaker but this. It works very well as a scribe for various things. But you've got a glass breaker. You've got 130 lumen light, and I'll show you the different ways it works because it does something that's really cool that I like to play with. And then it also has a replaceable, it's a number 11 surgical blade holder. And yes, this is a number 11 surgical blade is a little different than a number 11 hobby blade. And it is also different than, now that I think about it, I should try some other size blades in there to see what happens. But I've been on this kick lately because at the shop we use reusable blades and I've said this, I don't know how many times you guys have heard me said this, but for the very fine work we do, tracing patterns, cutting stencils, cutting masking around very fine areas, we use replaceable blades. The blade needs to be razor sharp and fine point for every project. We can't have any slippage when we're doing that kind of stuff on custom projects. So this actually, when I got my hands on it, and it's all machined aluminum, by the way, which is how it, and this is hard anodized, which is why it's very lightweight. This is, I guess, yeah, it's more slip joint than double detent. It's got a detent on the end, but so nice, interesting little package there. What I'd like to do actually is I'd like to check if it does hold, because I didn't think to do this before, so I'm going to do it now. This is obviously a slightly larger blade, and the beauty of these removable blades is that if you have no sharpening skills, or you just don't have the inclination to take the time to do it, when your blade gets a nick in it or it gets dull or whatever, you just pop a fresh one on. Now this is a larger, I don't think this is going to work. No. Okay. There are different size handles. Some of them are a little bit more universal than others. But so a number 11 does fit in here, and you can get these by the bushel on Amazon for like almost nothing, by the way. Replace these very easily. But this is a very precise, fine, always razor sharp stainless steel, surgical steel cutting edge, which is very nice to have, so you've got that. And the joy of one of these things is that you can do these, if you were in the market where you needed to do that, you can do these very precise, very careful cuts, and you've got a thing where you can hold it very comfortably like a pen, which gives you excellent control of the tip of the blade. And I'm not even going like nice and slow and careful as we would in the shop right now. But just doing that, would let you pop out something like that. Or you could just use it as a general utility knife too. You could be like, all right, I need to cut through some stuff. So that's cool to have. That's interesting to have. And I'm wondering how often you could just get that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be thinking like this, but I'm always thinking like this. I wonder if this was just in your pocket as a pen, or you threw it in a little tray to go through security, how often you could get that past someplace where you shouldn't have this little blade with you. But that's another issue altogether. What's fun about this guy is that you not only get your little glass breaker scribe, you've got a very nice rigid clip there, which holds very well. You've got USB rechargeable, and it's, by the way, this is IP68, which normally we're so used to things being IPX. The 6 is like dust and particle being resistant to that, which is cool because we don't normally see that. But the water resistance on this is, they tell you this thing can be immersed in 2 meters of water for at least 1 hour and still be totally functional. So you can take this thing underwater with you if you wanted to, as long as you make sure that's down there. But it's got lights on it. It's got lights. So it's got 3 modes: high, medium, and low. And high is 130 lumens. But then it's got this cool feature too. It's got what I call the woo woo. Woo 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 woo. Maybe just tape it to the top of your car and drive around. But no, this is great for signaling. If you have this with you somewhere and you need to get someone's attention, or you need your position known, or you need to pull over somebody who's driving like an asshole, this is an interesting little thing. I haven't seen it. You can't do anything else with these lights. That's all they do. But God, when the boys see this, they're going to be running through the house with it. And it has a memory mode, so when I turn it back on, it's going to go right back to what it was. And I can hold it down and go right back to the light setting. So 130 lumens is not, with some of the pocket EDC lights we're carrying around these days, we think like, well, that's not that bright. But, let me demonstrate with the lights off how much light 130 lumens actually gives you. 130 lumens is a decent amount of light. And my only complaint would be, I wish they put it a little bit closer towards the knife end so that you can get a little bit better view of what you're doing when you're using the knife, because it'll still light up the area, and it's great if you're going to be using that scribe to see what you're doing. But I mean, this really, if I bring it up towards the camera, this lights up beautifully whatever you got over here doing. So let's bring it down to low power. Here's a strobe warning. That's trippy. So not a bad little light to carry around. And you do get an LED indicator that talks about your battery life, by the way. And I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But it's a pretty nifty little thing. Again, I don't know why they didn't include an actual pen with it. What a great idea that would be. But I really am... I've carried it in the shop just to test it out. It's actually pretty convenient to have that knife. It's comfortable to use, and nice control over the edge. And in terms of, I always carry a small flashlight around for when little parts drop off the work table or something. And I always carry around a small blade carrier, and so this is a 2-in-1 for me. So Wuben, I guess, it's a newer company. They have a lot of different things. They have mostly flashlights, but what really interested me in this, though, is when the representative said it has the blade and it has the light in a pen kind of shape. Man, it would be cool if you could replace that with a pen. Maybe they'll come out with that someday soon. But it's so there's sales going on, and again, discount code if you want to order. It's not an affiliate link or anything. It's just a link that gets you, a little discount on it. So maybe try it out, maybe don't. Up to you. I like it. I'm gonna keep bringing it to the shop. It's great that I can use it for small detail things where a blade size like this is maybe this is a little bit more than I want to use. Believe it or not, this is a big blade for some of the stuff we do. This is a very nice detail-oriented blade for a lot of the stuff that we're doing, especially with stenciling work and stuff. So this does have a lot of advantages. And when you're doing very fine custom work and detailing, you know, this blade is a little bit big, and this shape works really well. So interesting product that you may or may not want to check out. Very nicely anodized, by the way. And I love the fact that you can take it in 2 meters of water. So if I'm in the hydrographics tank or something and it falls in, you know, because I'm messing around with the film or the tape or something, awesome. That's a great advantage for me. That is pretty cool. And because it's aluminum, the only thing I have to worry about rusting is this blade, which I then can pop off and replace with a new one. So it has some features. It has some features that I like. So think about it. Take a look at the website, or don't. Whatever you guys want, because I support you and your decisions and your life choices. That's the kind of relationship we have. But you can see the discount stuff in the video description if you want to check it out. In any case, thanks to Wuben for sending this my way to check out. May or may not end up being given away to someone on the channel, because I like to share the love. I just want to keep using it at the shop for a while to see, you know, how much I can do with it and everything. But I really want to know what you guys think of this nifty little tool. Besides, it should have a pen on it, because we already know that. It should have a pen. I would love to have a pen instead of the glass breaker. But again, I have scribed out on metal and all sorts of hard surfaces. It has worked pretty well. It has come in handy. So, but yeah, what do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts? Please do let me know. Remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again, hopefully with something nifty, real soon.